It's really not easy working in a kitchen. Accidents are bound to happen, but they become tragedies if a whole pizza's dropped.
Target neutralized.
The last thing you need when you're working out is if a whole pizza's dropped.
Bro, look at his face, bro. He caught the pizza smooth, you know what I'm saying?
Target neutralized.
His face is like, oh, how did he catch that?
The last thing you need when you're working out is for your equipment to break. Had he been in the wrong position at the wrong time, things could have gone sour. But in this case, the timing was just right. Even the simplest technology is out to get us. This garage door didn't want to go down, so the worker tried to force it. And let's just say things didn't exactly go to plan. I was close, but not close enough. It's easy for things to go wrong when you're skiing. What's not easy is walking away from your mistake looking as cool as this person did. Sure, he plowed straight into the snow mound, but then there was the front roll and the march through to seal the deal.
Nice.
It seems as if there are two ways to win a game of Jenga. You either play carefully so you don't make any mistakes, or you use this guy's method. It's very...
Oh no, he's him. I ain't gonna lie, I thought about doing this the last time I played Jenga. But I be playing Jenga with like the spot that we be playing at, when I be playing with the homies, it's we use really big like blocks. We use like it's like Pringles can size blocks. Like one block is like this big. So it's a little harder to do something like this, but this is a pretty professional maneuver right here, bro. I gotta practice this. Child. We gotta get good at like board games and like common man's games. So that way whenever we could challenge people to simple things and then win because we know the pro strats.
Very impressive, but it shouldn't have worked. I have no idea what job it is they have.
Yo, what? Oh, that's just a really bad angle. I didn't know what was going on up here. I was like,
but one thing I do know is that the guy in the front is in the wrong profession. This guy could have taken an unexpected dip in the lake, but instead he pulled off an impossible save and actually came out of it looking cooler than he did to start off with. We all know the iconic bullet dodging scene from The Matrix, but that's just fiction, right? It couldn't happen in real life. Well, I believed that until I saw this happen. That was close.
Oh, no, he's not.
Did you know bowling balls could split in half? Me neither. But despite his misfortune, he still managed to get his strike in the end. There's a fine line between great stunts and horrible accidents. This snowboarder found that out the hard way. I'm not sure whether to call that the trick of the century or the world's luckiest landing. This rapper was lucky enough to be on a stage when this magical moment happened to him. At least he had the option to keep his hat the second time round. This may be the only time anyone ever dropped something and felt happy about it. That could have been the end for that phone, but instead it was given a second chance in the luckiest way possible.
Cool.
Ping pong can be pretty competitive, but there's not much you can do when you've got a broken arm.
Yeah, I seen that too.
One well-placed ball whizzing off the edge of the table and you're done for. Or you could just pull off an amazing trick shot like this. We all know that to avoid being eaten by an animal, sometimes it's best to stay still and calm, and other times you should run. But as this man demonstrates, you never know which one it is until you really need it. You wouldn't think scraping ice off a sidewalk would be a very dangerous job, but that's because you don't live in Russia. Things seem to function differently over there, and this is the perfect example of that. Some people take their jobs more seriously than others. Anyone else would have dropped this box on the floor and left it there. Not this woman.
Wait, what was in it?
She's better than that, and has the skills to back up her dedication. Sometimes Mother Nature lets us know things in ways we could have never imagined. Just make sure you pay attention to the first warning, because the second usually isn't as kind. These Chinese bridges are designed to terrify people by making them feel like they could fall through, but they're actually perfectly safe. Well, yes, until the safety cord slips off the harness. This guy had a seriously lucky escape. When you hear the phrase perfect timing, this isn't usually what you picture.
Oh shit. Oh, what?
Seriously lucky escape. When you hear the phrase perfect timing, this isn't usually what you
that's
picture, but you
terrifying.
can't deny that's exactly what you've got. How do you check if it's safe to ski down a frozen river? I don't have an answer, but I do know this isn't the way. At least they made it. I just don't know how. Any normal person would be mopping up the floor if this were to happen to them. Luckily for her, her rapid reflexes kicked in at just the right time to avoid that from happening. It doesn't matter how many times you practice something, it's bound to go wrong eventually. But you better hope that when that time comes, you have as much luck as this.
The crazy thing is though, like moments like this happen. Luckily, these are on camera, which makes them even more lucky. But a lot of times, like, random stuff like this happens and it's not on cameras. So it's just up to you to believe that person. Like, bro, I swear, like, bro, I was on the grind. I was grinding on the rail, and then, like, I fell. But when I fell, bro, like, I landed on the board, and I was just, like, rolling and shit, bro. It was crazy. I ain't never had nothing like that happen to me before. Then everybody's like, yeah, right.
This guy. Not even the
Like,
movies have
who
happy
believes
endings
stuff
like that.
you know?
It must be exhilarating to stand at the top of a snow-covered mountain. It must be even more exciting when you almost create your own personal avalanche to get caught in. Well, terrifying first, then exciting when you realize you're still standing. Here's a kid discovering he has a unique talent. I don't know what else to call it. Nobody else could pull off a shot like that, but he doesn't just do it once. He pulls it off again with the very next ball. He seems just as shocked as everyone else. This guy was happy about his baseball skills and decided to end his batting with a flourish, but his full potential was revealed by mistake when the bat amazingly came to a standstill on its head.
Bro literally defied gravity, bro.
Then again, maybe it was just a fluke. Ever walked through a store without knowing what you need? I guess the decision was made a little easier for this guy. And for the record, I don't know why there were live fish in the supermarket in the first place. Getting the ball between your opponent's legs in football is one thing. Getting it between four is impossible. I guess it was impossible, not anymore. You could say that Zeb Powell was pretty unlucky when he lost his balance in front of a huge crowd at the X Games. He probably never makes mistakes like that when he's alone.
Bro, body just glitched, bro.
But he turned his luck on its head by pulling off this amazing recovery. It always pays to be aware of your surroundings. If this man was watching the game, he'd have noticed the ball racing toward him. Even without that, he should have at least spotted the crowd of people around him ducking for cover. That was close. This guy definitely didn't think he could save those crates, and he sure didn't know he could do it in style. Unfortunately, I doubt he could do it again. This man was struggling, so his friend threw him a safety rope. Neither of them had any idea that the rope was about to become a vital lifeline.
He's climbing, he's falling.
Got it. Got you. I still got you.
This guy was trying to show off a trick shot that would have been pretty impressive if he'd got it right on his own. Most people need
I like how I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I probably would have just backed up. Like, if I saw a water bottle flying in the sky after a nigga just kicked it up, I would have been like, oh, I would have just like backed up and just like either let it land or it would have fell or whatever. But I would have been like, hey, bro, like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Bro just kicked it. He kicked it straight to the nah, that's smooth, bro.
Need incredible skills to make that 1 in a million shot, but that's not always true. This kid clearly wasn't aiming well. He misses the goal by a mile, but he was accidentally right on target for a much more difficult shot. He couldn't have done it if he'd tried. I'm not too sure who the lucky one is here. The guy who wiped out on his board or the girls he nearly crashed his board into? What even were the chances of their steps lining up so perfectly like that?
That's what I'm
Nearly
saying.
Everyone's bucket list features some kind of wildlife encounter. But be careful what you wish for. This man didn't even know he needed to worry when he suddenly found himself very nearly inside the mouth of a great white. This is a very specific type of luck because it's amazing, but it isn't actually lucky. Luck would have meant they got the points, but getting the points wouldn't have been as amazing as what happened here. I don't know what happened to cause this disaster, but I'm glad I'm not the person who has to clean up the mess. Sometimes you do things greater than yourself. This man knows that feeling. He couldn't have done this if he tried, but it still happened. Of course, some accidents are worse than others. Like this man who lost a ski while in midair. That's definitely not the ideal moment for that to happen, but against all odds, he managed to turn his misfortune into an incredible stunt.
Yeah, boy.
When things were about to take a turn for the worse, he acted quickly to make sure that didn't happen. I don't know what's more impressive, his speed or his strength.
That's what I'm saying, bro. How did his arm not get out of socket?
Some pastimes have a little more at stake than others, but the people who enjoy dangerous sports also enjoy a tricky stunt or two. And that's great, because we get to witness moments like this. If bottle flipping became a sport, this guy would be the first Olympic gold medalist.
Wait, what did I just... Wait.
If bottle flipping became a sport, this guy would
Oh, he flipped the bottle.
be the
Caught the frisbee.
first
Oh yeah, no, he's different, bro. He's different.
Olympic gold medalist. I don't
How do you even know you could do that, bro?
know about you, but I can't catch a frisbee coming from behind. But that's only the first step. The more I watch it, the more impossible it looks.
That's what I'm saying.
This kid
like,
was
what?
certain he'd totally missed his shot. Let's face it, that throw was way off target, but the ball had other ideas. It bounced perfectly off the rails and
He's like, wait a minute, I gotta make sure this bitch still recording.
straight into the basket. Journalists are always putting themselves into risky situations, but none of them are like
Oh nah,
This
bro.
wo-
She's crazy.
woman.
She's crazy.
I guess she assumes she's pretty safe since she's live on the air, but not this time. I'll bet she had no idea how close that helicopter was when she took that little step to the side. This singer's crowd walking could have made him look like a laughingstock if this rogue cup of beer had landed full in the face, which you can bet was the intention of the person who threw it. Instead, everything came together so perfectly for him that he ended up looking more cool and in control than he was to begin with. It's not every day a house falls on top of a car while you're
Yeah, that's very, very random and rare. I guess that's how I beat it whenever I'm landing on a house at Pleasant and I'm like, you know, whacking the pickaxe or squeaky toy, whatever I'm using to open up the roof that day. And then the roof, I mean, the pieces of the roof gotta fall somewhere, bro. What if I'm maxed out on brick, you know? It's gotta land somewhere.
walking past, but he didn't mind. He stopped for a moment just to make sure he wasn't caught in the crossfire, then he just kept on walking without giving it a second thought. His life must be so easy.
It's fire. I need more luck in my life. It definitely reminds me there's always something to be grateful for. Lucky people kind of care for that. Facts. Seeing I was drowning at a beach in deep water. I didn't mean to go that far. Couldn't swim because the waves kept pushing me down. Luckily, somebody's dog saw me and helped me swim back to the shore. That's what? That's crazy. So if I didn't see them have some luck on their side, luckily being from the best moment of everybody's life. I was once hit in the ear by my sister, and no cap, she actually healed my ear condition. Oh. Interesting. As soon as I saw the bowling ball moment, that was amazing. Nah, the bowling ball was tough. I fuck with the bowling ball too. That was tough.